Rob. This video, we're going to talk about Godzilla 2014. We're going to do death predictions. Okay, guys, welcome back. So, I almost thought about not doing this video, and then I said, nah, you know what? Let's see what kind of talk this generates in the comments, because, every time a Godzilla video is done here on the channel, it starts a lot of great dialogue. You really start to see people's passion come out, and I like that. So I want to talk about death prediction. This is not going to be a long video, because I'm not going to talk about the people who I think are going to live. I'm just not even going to get into that. I'm going to go straight to the people who I think might die. And I have a list of the cast members here and the roles they're playing, and a lot of it's still secretive, so there's not really a lot to cover. So we might do a part 2 to this as we get closer to the movie and we find out more. So first one I'm going to tackle right off the bat is the one that everybody thinks is the most obvious death, which is Juliette Binoche, and she's playing Sandra Brody, who's Bryan Cranston's wife in the movie. Now, everybody says she's going to die. I've even said she's going to die. But you know what? I'm going to go against the grain here. I'm going to say she's not going to die. I know that sounds crazy, but sometimes they make things so obvious that it's actually complete opposite of what you think. And then they'll pull a shocker on you, and somebody else will die that you don't think would normally die. So I'm going to sit here and say that she appears to die at some point in the movie, and then she lives. I can't explain how. If I start doing that, then I'll just go into a whole plot prediction. But I'm going to say that just to go against the grain here for no particular reason, because they make it look so obvious that she dies, I'm going to say she doesn't. Now, Sally Hawkins, who plays Dr. Waits, her, I think she's going to die. This because of a scene she described where she got to see Godzilla eye to eye. Quite frankly, if you could see Godzilla eye to eye, or if you look back at many of the movies where somebody faced Godzilla eye to eye, they didn't live, okay? And she might have been the guinea pig for a classic Godzilla scene that has happened in a couple of movies where he rolls up to a window and there's somebody standing there looking at him and he's looking back and he either trashes the building or he shoots his atomic breath. So I think she's going to be the guinea pig for the eye-to-eye death. Okay, so now Richard T. Jones plays Colonel... he's called the Colonel, a mysterious military figure. So I'm going to assume maybe he's part of the Muto organization. And usually dudes like this that play the Colonel and they're part of, I'm going to assume they're a bad organization right now. There's no facts, or I don't have a source. There's no fact. That's just pure speculation. I'm going to assume that he's maybe one of the not primary, but one of the villains if the Muto organization turns out to be a bad organization. And I think he will die. How? Might die against one of the Muto monster creations. Maybe that'll get him. Patrick Sabongi, who, for those of you who were around when Damien and me did the interview, as much as that was fun to do, and he seems like a great guy, I gotta say, I think he is going to be death. Unfortunately, Patrick Sabongi in a lot of his movies ends up dying. So I gotta go with the numbers. Numbers don't lie, right? So I'm gonna say that Master Sergeant Marcus Waltz, played by Patrick Sabongi, who was nice enough to let me and Damien give an interview to a couple of months ago, I think he is going to get killed. Considering he's going to be squatted with, sounds like he's going to be squatted with Brody, Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, there's a good chance he can become kaiju fodder. So we'll see how that plays out. Elizabeth Olsen, I think, is fine. Aaron Taylor Johnson, I think, is fine. Bryan Cranston, they ain't going to kill Heisenberg, I don't think. I think people will go apeshit over that. Ken Watanabe. Serizawa, hey, look, I think he's a goner. I think he's a goner. His name's Serizawa, enough said. And he was with Sally Hawkins in one of those scenes. So I think Serizawa is going to go. I think he's dead. David Stratham, who plays Admiral Stentz, he's the guy that opens up the trailer. I know many of you have not. So, he's an admiral. Admirals, they're not in the line of fire. They're playing back and they're strategizing. So, I think he's gonna make it. Akira Takarada, he has a cameo. Well, what's been confirmed. So, let's say his cameo is a very dramatic homage to an older movie death scene, possibly. I see his cameo being very dramatic, and I think it's going to be a very dramatic death, kind of like maybe gonna because maybe it'll be his last Godzilla movie, and that'll dying by the hand of Godzilla is a very honorable death in Godzilla movies, in my opinion. So I think if he's going to make a cameo, it's got to be a death cameo, and I think he should be one of those characters that, even though he has a small role and he's only shown maybe once or twice, but I want his character to be big. So I want him to be either the head of the Muto organization or like the prime minister of Japan that gets killed during Godzilla's first rampage, something like that. But I think his cameo will be a death. Who else we got here? Victor Rasuk as Major Trey Morales. Just because I don't know who he is, I'm going to say he's dead. But that's pretty much it. I mean, we don't really have much to go on. The big one is Juliette Binoche, because everybody thinks that based on what they see in the trailer, she's going to die. You know what? And that's probably true. But just because I like to go against the grain sometimes, I'm going to say no, because I think it'll be too obvious. They're just making it so obvious that she dies that I think they're going to pull the wool over our heads right now, and then she's not. Even in the movie, like, she'll appear to die, and then at the end, something happened, and she happened to live, and some shit like that. And I can be completely wrong, which I probably am. It's all good. But anyway, that's it for this video. Pretty short. They have not released a lot of information on some of the other cast members listed there. And I think I pretty much covered all the major characters. I mean, there's some that I think they're going to live, so I didn't really elaborate. And I pretty much told you which ones I think are going to die. So that's it, guys. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Let's hear what you guys think. I want to hear your predictions on who you think are going to die. And we'll take it from there. Take it easy. I'll see you next video. Hey guys, welcome to Entertainment Talk Nation. I'm your host, Rob. This video, we're going to talk about Godzilla 2014. We're going to do death predictions. Okay, guys, welcome back. So, I almost thought about not doing this video, and then I said, you know what? Let's see what kind of talk this generates in the comments, because, every time a Godzilla video is done here on the channel, it starts a lot of great dialogue. You really start to see people's passion come out, and I like that. So I want to talk about death prediction. This is not going to be a long video, because I'm not going to talk about the people who I think are going to live. I'm just not even going to get into that. I'm going to go straight to the people who I think might die. And I have a list of the cast members here and the roles they're playing, and a lot of it's still secretive, so there's not really a lot to cover.